one of Australia's leading real estate agents, commonly known as Australia's fastest real estate agent, and that's Chris Gilmour. You held the lap record as the fastest human being ever around the Bathurst track.
Homes of this calibre rarely come to the market. Constantly be putting yourself or your brand or your company in front of people for that one time when they're driving past or they think real estate, that you're that person.
It comes back to results. You know, like everyone can get in their mailbox, oh, we're number one, or this agency is number one in the world, or whatever it might be, but it really does just simply come back to the result.
Alrighty, how are we all? I got changed. I was just saying to my team, I'm like, why am I last? I had to go after Tom. It's a hard act to follow. So this morning at 3:30, I was on TikTok, like most of you. And I was just scrolling through and this video came up and he said, oh, if you're doing a presentation, here's the 4 things. And I'm like, hey, I'm actually doing a presentation today, so I might listen to this. It's just how the universe works. And he said, oh, the first thing is start with an icebreaker, you know, like a joke or an emotional story or something like that. And I'm like, okay. Number 2, tell the audience what you're going to talk about. 3, deliver on that promise. And number 4 was give everyone a whole heap of takeaways. I'm like, okay, that sounds like pretty simple advice, yeah? You would think? Okay. Anyway, the other day, I was having a conversation with my wife. She's left. She had to pick up kids. And anyway, we were just chatting, we were having this convo. And I looked at her and I said, hey, I got this idea. I'm gonna make this car out of spaghetti. And she looked at me really weird. You should have seen her face when I drove past her. There's some people looking at me going, what the fuck did he just say? Like, I don't get. Do you not get pasta? Pasta? Bad joke. Well, that was number 1. That was number 1. Here's number 2. Bear with me. Number 1. My talk is going to be very different to every other speaker. And the great thing about hosting this was I get to choose who I want on stage. And they all bring different elements to real estate. And today I'm basically going to talk about branding, prospecting, how to get the call to get into the home. Number 2, how to win the listing. And then number 3, how to sell the home. Because that's what we're all in the room for, yeah? How to list more, get in, close it, sell more. Make more money? Yeah? We're in the right crowd? Yeah? You just want to go and hit the pool and the bar? All right. So, big buzzword in real estate at the moment is nurture. Everyone probably has a different definition of what nurture actually is, but for us it's lifetime nurture. So it's all about building clients for life. Okay, so it's much easier to retain a client than it is to find a new client. So what can we do? So write that down. I'll give you all the slides at the end anyway if you don't want to write anything down. But lifetime nurture. What can we do to retain these clients for the rest of our life? Right? Because most people, what are they selling? Every 5 years, every 7 years? I don't know about your market, but there's a lot more turnover, heaps of divorces, so that always helps. It's true, isn't it? It's probably 60% of my business, so I hate it because it's 2 phone calls. So it's true, man. You got to talk to him, man, or whatever. Anyway, all right. I reckon everyone should have an hour of power, and that is basically choose 1 hour of your day and do something in that 1 hour. Okay, I don't care what you do. For me, my hour of power is actually I go to the gym. All right, so I drop kids off in the morning, and then I'll go and do hot and cold therapy and sit in the sauna for an hour. All right, so I'd be in 6 degrees water for 6 minutes, and then I jump out and I do 4 minutes in 38 degrees water and just back and forth. right? If I don't do that, and my team will attest to that, I'm as grumpy as shit for the rest of the day. So I always start my day off. That, for me, is my hour of power. But other people in real estate, you can cold call, you can door knock, you can do some letterbox drops, you can make some YouTube content, whatever it is, just block out 1 hour and make sure you are super consistent in what you do and do that every single day. I'm going to get straight into some prospecting and some marketing. So if you've got any questions, yell out. I've got all the time in the world. I don't actually. I've got to be somewhere at 7. But billboards. So we spoke about that with Tamara. Okay, I believe Tamara has 3 or 4, so I wanted to beat her. I've got 7. You'll probably know by the end of this I'm highly competitive. But I have 7 billboards, which I've had for years. Very simple, just branding. So just our logo, name, and photo. That's pretty much all I have, because it's something that they're driving past every single day. It's very quick. It's just always top of mind. And I'll have all of these generally on main roads. I have one that comes out of my competitor's farm area, so I just took it just so he could see me every single day, which is nice. I have 25 cars on the road. Okay, believe it or not, there is actually a company where you can actually pay people and they put your stickers and they actually brand your car, their car, right? It's like $30 a car. It's crazy. So, and they're doing all the drop-offs and the school runs and all of that sort of stuff. The amount of complaints. Chris, I saw you in this Isuzu, whatever the fuck it is, right? And you were tearing up down the street, and I'm like, dude, I don't drive an Isuzu, man, like whatever it is. You know what I mean? Or I saw you at this car park and you're doing screechies and all of this. And I'm like, man, I don't own a blue Corolla. Don't believe Corollas can do skids anyway. But anyway, so you do get a couple of complaints, but you're constantly, again, on the road. My for sale signs, super simple. That's all it is. Now, I'm really lucky. I don't work in a franchise group, so I'm allowed to actually brand myself, and that's the beauty about it. And that's why we started what we did 16, 17 years ago. I started at Harcourts, I was there for 8 months, and then we opened this. Okay. I'm allowed to brand whatever. We can do whatever we want, really. I could change it to pink tomorrow if I wanted to, but we won't do that. But our signboards are super simple. I probably change them every single year, my team will tell me, probably every 3 months. They were black, they were orange, now they're white, all of this sort of stuff. So, but I keep them very clean, very simple, because really it's just one message. It's for sale, then it's sold. It's super simple. I have skip-ins. Nice photo, team. Got me in the shit with this one. So, what do? I own some skip-ins. So I sold this fella's home, and I'm like, what do you do? And he goes, oh, I own a skip-in company. And I'm like, man, how much is a skip-in? He goes, oh, they're like $1,800. I'm like, really? I'm like, huh. I said, can I buy some? He goes, yeah, sure. And I said, can I paint them? He goes, whatever colour you want, they'll paint them. And I'm like, can I put some stickers on them? He's like, yeah, do whatever. So I think I've got about 10 skip-ins now, black and orange. And I give all my clients, because whenever someone moves, they're generally, getting rid of some clutter and some stuff like that. I also, though, offer it to other people that didn't sell with me. So when we see a sold board that might go up in my farm area and I didn't sell the home, I'll just offer them a free skip bin. And my skip bins are generally much bigger than their sold boards. So, just an idea. Prospecting letter. So we do a bit of direct mail. I'll read it out if you just want me to read it out, so you can take a photo. But basically it just says we're working with a long-term client planning his next move to Logan, specifically Newbeath. We've exhausted all available listings on the market, so we promised our clients that we would contact every homeowner in Newbeath and find them the perfect home. They're a wonderful family with 2 sons looking to move here from Sydney. They have identified Newbeath specifically, basically because they're interested in the larger blocks, they want some sheds, and they want to be close to the Springfield town centre. They're flexible with timing. During this school year, they're open to pricing as well, and depending on the location and the condition of the home. We promised our clients we would contact every single homeowner to see if you'd consider selling or renting your property. Contact us immediately. Works perfect, okay? We're talking about, and that's a real letter, right? You can make it up, do whatever, wherever they're coming from. But basically, that's just a direct mail piece. We use that letter all the single time, all the areas, just change up the suburb, depending on what your clients are looking for. We have no junk mail stickers. So when we sell a home, we put them on the letterbox, so it stops all the other agents putting their shit in. I still put mine in. So just a little bit of fun. So we have bus stops. I think we have 3 buses on the road. There's about 70, 80 odd bus stops through our marketplace for ourselves and our agents as well too. So we really try and make sure we dominate in our farm areas and where we work. They're there 24/7. And I always believe that a bus stop is worth 2. It's one I have, it's one my competitor doesn't have. So I always look at 2 for everything. So I do a weekly newsletter, and we drop 64,000 of them a month. So I do sell in 68 suburbs. I did start in a very core area, but now it's just the way it works out. I think in the last 12 months, we sold in 68 suburbs in total. But our newsletters, they're professionally printed. Really lucky we've got some designers and graphic people that make our stuff just look amazing. And the newsletter is a little bit of branding, all about the properties, what's listed, what's just been sold. We generally always have a giveaway or a give to get sort of marketing piece with some QR codes, all of that sort of stuff, because we're always trying to collect data. That's really all we're trying to do. And that goes out to 64,000 homes every single month. We do just listeds, we do just solds, a little bit different in design. So we don't call it just listed. I think that's real estate talk. We just say selling now. I try not to talk real estate language with our people. We'll have a QR code on every single piece. We do want them to go to somewhere with the print media. So generally it will go to a YouTube page or our landing page on our website or wherever it might be to try and capture that data for them to put in more information. Do you guys run Facebook ads and you always get those comments, price please, and I wish I didn't have to fill in all my details to see all the rest of the photos and stuff? We try and still do the same with our print media as well too. Our direct mail, we have over, I think we've got about 120,000 active on our database. So electronic, it's cheap, it's easy. We do it. So we'll talk about some results, some you're inviteds to the marketplace, just listed, some solds, anything else really that we sort of feel that is worthy of being in that. But it's 120,000, it's a lot of people. People come and go from it, of course. People will unsubscribe, but that's totally normal. The tear sheet. Anyone seen me talk before? Couple? Yeah, a lot of newbies. Okay. So the tear sheet. So I don't really sort of sign jump, as what you guys call sign jumping, or target other people's listings. We have enough normally, but there's certain homes that we would like to get that our competitors have, and if they haven't sold. So what we do, this is just something that we learned and got told, I don't know, 12, 13, 14 years ago, was our tear sheet. Now what the tear sheet's all about is it's a single piece of paper and it looks like it has been ripped out of a magazine. It was never ripped out of a magazine. It was just that's the way we get it printed and the way that the printers cut it for us. And on the back, there's just some BS ad that we have about something on the back of it. And that whole page is basically an editorial about myself. And it looks like that it's been ripped out of a magazine. I then put a little yellow sticky note on it and what I'll say, and it's just in black Nico, maybe you should try calling this guy. And then we put it in their letterbox. So it looks like their neighbour, someone else that's just sold, whatever it might be, they're trying to help them. It's actually us. So it works really well. It's quite funny. People are like, man, you wouldn't believe I got this thing in my mailbox. And it was like someone was trying to, they're like, yeah, call this guy. Like, yeah, I know. It was us. So we just, so we call that the tear sheet. We do online events, and this probably really stemmed from COVID, right? So you can run, everyone now basically is on Zoom, yeah? Right, so I think you can reach so many more people. It's good for my time management, stuff like that. But you can run events for sellers, for buyers, investors, first home buyers. Become the authority. So you can run some ads behind it. You can do letterbox drops. You can do whatever you're doing with your marketing in print, digital, whatever it might be, to get them online. So you can have proper conversations with them. You might start with only 10 people logging in, but that's 10 people that you're getting in front of. We do a lot of give to get marketing, so we're just in nearly finished our 4th book, which is The Wealthy Homeowner, so that should be coming out in a couple of months, pretty soon. We have some other books there, but we always just use our books to give away, so a QR code or a give to get, it could be a door knock, whatever it might be. But we have different books in the series, Buy Now, Think Later, Bling It, Why Your Home Isn't Selling and Sold in 60 Seconds, which was our very first one. We've gone down a very different route for book number 4. It's all around just property investing and our sort of journey and how we've brought all our properties and flippers and all that sort of stuff. So a bit more educational, but and then we'll do the audio book on this as well too. So we run a podcast. There's a photo, Meggie, you would have seen. She was on our podcast. Our podcast is a little bit different. It's not always real estate. I like to do some sports people as well too for around just their mental high performance and stuff like that. So I don't try and keep it just all real estatey. I like to keep it something that everyone might have an interest in, and you can slip a couple of real estate ones in there and stuff like that if you wish. We do a footy tipping comp. Sorry, Matty, it's a West Tigers picture. But I turned. I'm not a West Tigers supporter anymore. I'm done with them. So I'm full Broncos now. So yeah, I've even got a jersey. Going to the game tomorrow night with 40 clients, so can't wait. But my turning point was probably, was it 2022, West Tigers, I think they finished last. And they said, from here, the only way is up. Well, guess what happened? Bloody Dolphins come into the comp and then they finished 17th, didn't they? So I'm done with them. They actually went backwards. They were last and then went backwards again. So, but for 14 years, I've been running a footy tipping comp. What we do, it's basically, I get a lot of banter out of it. People know we're West Tigers and stuff like that, but get hundreds of people into it. Give away some prizes. We give away some Broncos tickets and stuff like that to people that are in it. But we're just having general banter around footy. Obviously people love their footy up here and stuff like that, and it's just non-real estate. It's not, do you want an appraisal, or you're thinking of selling, jamming that down their throat. It's got nothing to do with that, just being authentic, love the sport, and I just want to get involved with them. So we've been doing that for 14 years and we'll continue to do that. But it's really good for data collection as well too, of course. So my Santa in the Park, my Santa letter, the community days, and our Easter egg hunt. I'll go through each of one of these because they're all very, very important. But the Santa in the Park, we've been doing this for probably around 10 years, and we get into the community. We had to stop over COVID, of course. And what we would do is we'd go to our local parks. We'd do a lot of marketing. So we put corflute signs up all around the streets. We never put our name or logo on it because I don't really think with council regulations that you're allowed to have a whole heap of hundreds of people come to a park without asking for permission. I don't ask for permission, I just do them. I'll worry about it later. But if you don't have your name and all your branding on the signs, they actually don't know who's organising the day. So I recommend Nathan does them amazing in my company, and he gets permission, and apparently you've got to have portaloos and all of this insurance and all this other stuff. Never ever done it. No, I've never been caught. So it's been good. But what we do basically, we will have hundreds, and I think it's probably over thousands of kids come along in each of our sections, and they all get presents. We have someone dress up as Santa and an elf, and we have some cutouts and all these other things that they can just get involved with, some lollies. Because what we often find is it's damn expensive to go to Garden City at Westfield, and you've got to pay $50-$60 if you've got kids, to get photos with Santa. So we find the fattest bloke we can at about start of the year, book him in for October is when we start marketing all the stuff, and then we do it in about the first, second week of December every year. I don't Nathan does it really well. He gets them all to register, so he knows how many people are coming and gets their data. I don't do any of that. I just get everyone there and stuff, and then just mingle, and they know we're putting it on anyway. So that's our Santa in the park. Our Santa letter was just an idea that we got. I was at Wagga Wagga Airport about, she's 18 years. She's about my niece, so she would have been about 3 or 4. Anyway, she's like, Uncle Chris, can you get me one of these? And it was a shopper docket. You know, you can advertise on the back of a docket. And it just said, get a personalised letter from Santa, and it was $19. I'm like, hell no. And anyway, I took that idea, and what we actually now do, again, online and in print with our newsletters and our email database and stuff like that, is we do a personalised letter, and we put it out to the entire community. And what that basically is, it's asking all the parents that we have a direct line to Santa, and if your kids would love to receive a personalised letter from Santa, go to the website, fill in all your details, and basically that's how we data collect. So we get all the kids' names, but we get all the parents' names, emails, mobiles, and stuff like that. And then they get to pick if their kid has been naughty or nice. So then we do a beautiful certificate, and it says, little Johnny has been, you're on the nice list. You do get some of those evil parents, and they do put them under the naughty, so we have to do that. I think they use it for a bit of bargaining and stuff like that. And then we do a little door hanger, and that just allows them to put them on their bedroom doors, and it says, Santa, stop here. There is no branding. There is no All Property Group. There is no Chris Gilmour. There is none of that at all. I've already collected the data anyway, okay? And we send around 3,500 of those around the world every year. So it costs a fortune, just so you know, because they're A4. It's just not a normal envelope where it's $1. I think it's about, I don't know, what's it cost us, like $4, $4.50, $2.50, whatever it is, yeah, for the big envelope. So it costs a lot of money, but the reward, it always comes back, and you're doing a lot of smiles on kids' faces, which I think there's not enough of this day, and you get amazing messages and texts and stuff like that. And they post it on their social media. They take it to school for show and tell. Look at this, I got this, and blah, blah, blah. So we do that. Why we do it, they're our callbacks in January. Okay, so that's, you're coming back after the holidays. Who should you call? How do you get back into that momentum? So we've got plenty of people to call. And as always, how was your holidays? How was Christmas? Did little Johnny get his letter? Yeah, Chris, it was amazing. You took it to school. Thank you so much, blah, blah, blah. Again, nothing to do with real estate at all. Community days, we do community days. Probably Nathan in my team, I keep banging on about Nathan, but he does this. I have not seen anyone do them as good as what Nathan does. The planning is like 6 months ahead. It is a shit ton of work, I kid you not, okay? But the reward is amazing, and he puts them on. He has all these food vans and trucks. He had fireworks. He had people with machine guns and doing all this other stuff. He had the whole lot. I don't even know what he had. So, but, how many people did you have, Nathan? Like how many? 1,200 people from his local community came on that night. I think the council actually had it the night before, and it pissed down rain, so they didn't get any fireworks. And then ours was the next day, and it was beautiful, and we got fireworks. Was that right? Yeah, beautiful. So, but they're a lot of work, and but big reward as well too. And you're getting in with the community, and you're being known as you're the nice one. You know what I mean? You're just not shoving real estate down their throat. Then at Easter time, obviously, which is perfect. If you guys want to try and do something by tomorrow, good luck. But again, it's very similar to the Christmas in the park and stuff like that. So we'll do Easter egg hunts. What we generally try and do, just a word of advice, don't have all the kids in the same section, okay? So the older kids run over the 3-year-olds and stuff like that. So we do partition them off into sections, all right? So we'll have like really young up to about 4 or 5 of age in this section, and then we'll have like 5 to 10s here, and then 10 plus in another area, because obviously the older kids are a little bit quicker as well too. And again, it costs you lots of money and stuff like that, but again, you're just entrenching yourself into that community and just bringing the community together, because there's a lot of people out there. We work in Logan, right? So you probably laugh when I say Logan. Anyone else from Logan? Yeah. What'd you say? Nothing. I live in Logan. So you can make a lot of money out of Logan. So, but again, just get in with that community. TikTok, like I said, I was on it at 3:30 this morning. Who else is on TikTok at 3:30 this morning? Anyone? No, you guys weren't here setting all this up, were you? So Dan was, yeah. But TikTok, are you guys, anyone playing in the TikTok space? One? Like, surely you're not that tired yet that you can't put your hand up. Really? Wow, okay. Do you just feel that there's just so many things out there that you just can't keep up? TikTok's going to be number one pretty soon. Like that I honestly just live on TikTok now because it's all content-based. It will show you generally what your interests are. So, but they've just brought out so you can do photo carousels, so you can now just do photos on it. So again, it's going very similar to some of the others, but they've got the audience. And it's pretty simple. If you do a really cool video or anything like that, you can just go to the audio trending section of it and it will just give you all the music that is trending. Just use that music against whatever you're putting out and it should just go from there. It's the simplest thing. Videos. So we have been doing videos for about 15 years and obviously we spoke to Tamara around video. A lot of people are scared of videos. I love doing videos. We have a media company now in our office, so I've got about 9 people employed full-time. We've got drone pilot, 4 graphic designers, videographers, web, everything. All in-house, nothing offshore. And we get to have a lot of fun. We were going to fly the drone through here, but we thought it might annoy a couple of people, just to show you. But my drone pilot, we fly our drones through our homes. Like crazy ass. So how he does it just blows my mind. But we like to be super creative. So I'm going to show you 2, who follows me on socials? Okay, so some of you might have seen, so number 1 fan. You got to say that, we pay you. But I'll show you this first one. This should just roll. Now this one, you may understand what this is.
Man. I'm quite an easygoing, laid-back character. I want someone to look after. And I'm looking for love.
Dan, he's a simple man, goes with the flow. So we thought we would pair him up with a challenge in this experiment.
I'm looking to find someone I can spend the rest of my life with for at least the next 30 years.
Australian, it's time to fall in love all over again.
Oh, get ready for it. Wait, here comes the Oscar. Daniel Michael Robson Petch, do you take 70 Loch Ness to be your lawfully wedded mortgage for the next 30 years? Do you promise to pay the monthly repayments to one of the 4 big banks? Do you promise to clean the pool and to love and to care for the grounds and to mow the lawns?
100%.
I'd like to now present you with the key to the property of 70 Loch Ness. You now may enter the property.
The experts have done an amazing job at matching us. She's everything I've ever wanted. And with rates at 8%, I couldn't be happier.
So Dan, do you think you found love?
100%.
Anyone been watching that? Did anyone get to the commitment ceremony? Like, has that been yet? Sunday. Oh, I'll watch that one. So that was just something that we did for a little bit of fun. You like that one? Bit creative. Oh, that one was that one was a really cool story. So that got about 120,000 views in 4 days. We had 42 offers at the first open home, and we sold for 200K over. Then it fell over. But no, realistically from that, some dude paid a ton more money, but he had to sell his home in Brookwater, so we listed his $2 million home in Brookwater. So that whole thing's probably about 80, 90K worth of comp between the two, right? But then we couldn't sell his. So we've sold it again. But that one there, we actually had to sell the rights to. So the media outlets reached out and just said, really like it, it's kind of cool, bit funny, a little bit different. So it's all gone again all over overseas and UK and stuff like that. So we get to have a little bit of fun with our videos. I'm going to show you the next one, and now don't judge me on this next one, okay? I won't say anymore because I'll get in trouble, all right? But this was a property which I don't ever sell. You know the retirement villages where old people go, right? And like they call them resorts now. Is anyone in one of those? No? You can't scratch your head like in an auction because an auctioneer will take that as a bid. But anyway, and I'm like, no, there's no Form 6. I don't want to, can't, hate them. I'll stay on the market. This one had been on the market for a long time, but they were the grandparents of the guys that work for us. So I'm like, yeah, look, it's all good. All right, on one condition, we get to do a banger of a video, and you have to be in it. And they're like, yeah, sure. They're, as you can sort of tell, it's probably Dan's grandparents. Yeah, you'll see why, and you'll probably see where they get it from. Let's roll. The Winey Palms Resort. It's more than a retirement village. It's a lifestyle.
Living in Lawani has so many benefits. Let's roll the tape.
My music's so loud, I'm swinging. They hoping that they gon' catch me riding dirty. Tryna catch me riding dirty. Tryna catch me riding dirty. Tryna catch me riding. Tryna catch me riding dirty. They can see me lean. I'm tense, so it ain't easy to be seen. When you see me ride by, they can see the gleam. I shine on the deck in the TV screen. Ride with a new chick, she like cola. Next to the PlayStation controller is a full clip in my pistola. Send a jacker into a coma. Girl, you ain't know I'm crazy like crazy bone. Just tryna bone, ain't tryna have no babies. Ride clean as hell, so I pull in ladies. Laws on patrol, and you know they hate me. Music turn all the way up into the maximum. I can speak to some niggas try to jack for some, but we packing something that we have for We have a nigga locked up in the maximum security cell. I'm gripping old. Music loud and I'm tipping slow. Twin steady twisting like hit this dough. Please pull up right behind.
You like that one? They're pretty cool grandparents, yeah? Yes, that was me feeding her oranges in the pool. So, but that's just a couple of examples of what the sort of fun we get to have and the creativity, because I just get so sick and tired of just watching, hi, here's the kitchen, here's the bathroom. No shit, it's a house. It's got to have it, you know, unless you're in Logan. And, but, so, look, cool story. That was on the market with someone. Anyway, they, whatever, we got it done in 4 weeks. And it was purely the video. And from that video, we've had every other granny call us. And, yeah, it was just a one-off. It definitely was just a one-off. So, get into a little bit more social. So Facebook ads, very simple, just listeds for sales and the solds. And then we do like some suburb stuff as well too. So where they get to download like a market report or something. Again, just to try and create that content and to get all of their data. And I think the ads that we've run so far in the last month, I've got about 573 leads, I think it was this morning. From that. So, look, most of them are shit, to be honest. But, you know, you probably pick up 1 or 2 out of it, and that's all I care. If I can pick up one extra out of it every month, then it's completely worth it. So, but again, we can just then retarget them and just keep sending them more stuff when they are finally into real estate mode as well too. This is what we do on our Facebook page. So very question-based. Everyone has opinions. So, you know, just ask them which signboard looks better, day shoot, twilight shoot. Ask for opinions. Everyone's got opinions. They're going to give it to you. You know what I mean? So we do some jokes. As you heard my first joke, that didn't go down too well. You know, there was one of the posts there. I'm like, what watch should I buy? Who was wearing the Rolex? Someone said, was he looking at you, Johnny? Well, you're wearing your Rolex, aren't you? Yeah, bullshit. You're Greek, man. You're wearing your Rolex. And because Tom's here, that's why you're wearing your Rolex. That's what it is. You know, but again, I didn't know what sort of watch I wanted to buy and stuff like that because I don't wear a watch, I do now. And they got all of these opinions, and I completely went against every single one that they all said. They all said to buy an IWC or a Rolex. Didn't go with that. So, but just ask. We do some property listings, some really cool videos, anything like that. Instagram, I have my team. So some people that do message me, sometimes it is me that does message. Other times it's Tia. You can sort of tell the two of us when we're replying, depending on our language that we use. I talk a bit different, of course. But she runs all of our social stuff. But again, we do behind the scenes. Because we've got a video crew, they basically can follow us everywhere. And we get a lot of content and that sort of stuff at photo shoots or wherever we are for the day as well too. So reels are super cool. Stories, constantly always posting. So if you jump on our Insta today, you'll see there's always something going out as well too. But I would sort of put Instagram at the top, TikTok second, and then probably Facebook. I think Facebook's starting to really just tweet away a little bit now at the moment. So I'll give you a door knocking script. I don't door knock. Tommy's given you some great ones, but I thought I'd throw it out there. I have a team that go and door knock, which is great. But hi, Mr. and Mrs. Homeowner. I'm so sorry to bother you. I promised my clients that I would check in with every single person in whatever estate you're in to see if you know anyone that would be thinking of selling or even renting their property. Super simple. Our pre-listing kit. So this is something that we stole from Harcourt 16 years ago. They've got the thing called the blue box, so we just made ours black. Call it the black box. But the listing appraisal will come through. So one of the team will take the call or the inquiry. And basically my rule of thumb is to get that out there as fast as possible. Okay, for me, it's all about speed to market. What do I have in there? A lot of people sort of ask, what do you have in a pre-listing kit? So we have our Coming Soon campaign. We have a seller's survey, something that I probably stole from Matty Steinwade 15 years ago. I have a book of testimonials, and you'll see a pair of socks in there. So I've got 480 pairs of socks in my office, some with avocados and zebras and eggplants and rainbows, all of this sort of stuff. And we just put a pair of socks in every single box, and at the front of it, it just says, sell with us, we'll knock your socks off. So it's just a little joke that we have. And so many people love socks. It's like they just don't get enough socks. Don't know. And then we have our client stories. So I'm very big on storytelling in the listing presentation. So it's all about just case studies. So that's our case study booklet. We have one there when one of the crew, I didn't even sell it, but we use it as a case study. We sold one of the winners from the block out at Maudsley, and they achieved 300K over the asking price, so we use that as a story. We have something that we sold from Facebook alone, and they paid 100K more than anyone else, and it was a passive buyer coming from Facey. And all different scenarios and all different stories. And then whatever home we're in, depending where we are, depends on which stories that we actually talk about. But the pre-listing kit goes out within 30 minutes is generally rule of thumb for us. Every home that we list, they will get a gift. So that's the actual gift that we give them. So we've got these beautiful little boxes with little ribbons on them, all different colours and stuff, that little love heart. And what do we put in them? A candle. Yeah, because most homes smell really bad, so we it's Logan, mate. We put a candle in there. It's just a little gift. It's just a thank you for listing with us gift. We like to give gifts and stuff like that. So at the start, they love you at the start. It's generally at the end they hate you. So we like to start that relationship really, really well. But we do give everyone a listing gift when we first walk in. Another thing that we have is it just photographed in your street. So what we try and do, obviously one listing will generally build to another listing. I love when I drive down a street and I'll see an all properties group sign here, and then 4 doors down there's another all properties group, but then you might drive in another and you'll see a Remax sign, Harcourt's here, and then a LJ Hooker sign here in the same street, and you're like, man, whatever agent just didn't do their job properly. You know what I mean? There's 3 sellers in this street and they're all different agents. So we try and really build our campaigns and have so many touch points. And this is just another one. So when you're doing the photo shoot, just zip out, do 10, 20, 30 of them just around the home. It's just another touch point that this thing is coming to the market. We have a just listed pack, which I'll read out. And there's a little bit of thought behind this. Dear neighbours, we hope this letter finds you well. It's with mixed emotions that we share some news with you. Our family home is now on the market. While we miss this incredible street and our dear neighbours, who we have become friends. A new chapter awaits. Local agent Chris Gilmour from All Properties Group is handling the marketing, and we've enclosed a brochure of our home. If you know anyone interested in living in this beautiful area, we appreciate your help in spreading the word. Thank you for being a fantastic community to be a part of. Let's catch up before we depart. They didn't write it. We wrote it. So we basically just make it sound like the owner has written. We get their permission, of course, and then we slip in the Selling Now DL, so they can then just QR code and go to the ad and stuff like that. And then you'll see my envelope. It's a really funky envelope. Okay, so everything that we sort of do is always trying to mix it up to make sure it gets opened. I guarantee this gets opened 100% of the time, because you'll be looking at it going, there's not even a name on the front of it. There is nothing on it. There's like 400 different little squares of different images. My logo is in there. If you do go looking, and you'll find it. It was just very subtly done. But again, inquisitive, they're going to open it. So here's a door knocking script for you. Knock, knock. Sorry to bother you, but I'm not here to sell you anything. Now, I don't door knock because I did door knock in a previous job for 2 years, and I have seen enough naked 80-year-olds answer the door that I will never door knock again. I have never door knocked in 17 years. Okay? But the script that we use, and this can be also a cold call as well too, or a warm call. But basically, I'm not here to sell you anything. My name is Chris Gilmour from All Properties Group, and we've just listed 1 Smith Street. I am building my marketing campaign for our sellers, and I just wanted to ask you one question. What is the number one thing about living here? And then we'll just go on for a 10-minute conversation. Oh, we really love, the community, and we love how close it is to the schools and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, when you finish that convo, pretend to sort of turn your back and walk away, and then just turn back around and go, hey, Matty, sorry, mate, look, when it sells, do you want to know how much it sells for? By after 10 minutes, they're going to go, yeah. Pull out your phone. What's your number? Bang, done. And then make sure you follow through, and then do text them when it does sell. Okay, so that works really, really well. Our Just Sold letter, we'd like to express our gratitude to all the residents of our street for the wonderful memories we've created together. However, the time has come for us to embark on a new journey. While we'll miss the people and the offerings of this community, we are eagerly looking forward to the opportunities that lie ahead. As the old saying goes, when one door closes, another one opens. We would also like to take this opportunity to share our exceptional selling experience with Chris Gilmour of All Properties Group. In a time where it can be challenging to make confident decisions, we engaged Chris to handle the sale of our home. We can't thank him enough for his expertise, professionalism throughout the entire process. Our experience with him was truly remarkable, and wholeheartedly recommend him to anyone considering a move. It's generally I don't even know how to say the word, the best interest of homeowners, and his dedication is evident in his work. As we bid farewell to everyone in our street, the members of this community, we want to express our deep appreciation for providing an exceptional environment for which we could raise our family. We will cherish the memories and the connections we have made. Until we meet again, thanks for being a wonderful community. That was just a testimonial that I got from someone, and I use it in every single sale. Because it doesn't say what street, doesn't say which owner, does it? And it's just printed on white paper in a white envelope. Like if the homeowner next door that just sold printed it. Who manages like 60, 70, 80 listings at one time? No one? 20? Okay. Less than 20? Majority? Okay. So we obviously do high volume. Okay, that's my business. But I don't do vendor, like I generally will see the vendor sometimes I haven't even met the vendor, right? The team's listed the property, right? But if I've met the vendor, I generally don't see him again after that. Okay, I don't do any face-to-face. I do all the calls and keep in touch and do all of that sort of stuff. But again, if you do high volume or you just want really good time management, set up Calendly, send out your invite, 15-minute blocks, and just run Zooms. People are busy. They don't want you in their living room at 6 o'clock at night while they're trying to bath 3 kids and cook dinner and do all of this other stuff and homework, and you want to sit there and ask them about a price drop. Do it at 2 o'clock when it suits you. So I'm really critical around my time. We run all of our communication through WhatsApp with our sellers. So as soon as we list the property, we set it up, my entire team is in there, and then we add in the owners so we can talk to them. So a lot of our stuff is text-based, but it just speeds it up, still provides a service. We'll still call them on a Saturday, we'll still call them on a Tuesday, and we generally might call them on a Thursday as well too. So tomorrow I called them love calls. So I just call them feedback calls, or you got to drop your price call, sort of thing. Open home packs. So basically what we do with our open home packs, envelope, property brochure, finance, whoever you've got, pen, chupa-chup, magnet, whatever you want to put in it, and then we put it in a sealed envelope, and then I give everyone that pack when they walk into the home. So a little bit different, doesn't sort of get scrunched up and in the back seat of the car. They generally can feel some lumpy stuff in there, and they generally hold on to it. So we just add a lot more into it for our open home packs. Our open homes, we start at 9. We try and start them at 9 if we can, try and finish by 1 p.m. Obviously, we have music if they're on a really busy road to try and dull the sound. We give chop-chops. Did everyone grab a chop-chop? Tom, did you get a chop-chop, man? I got 1,000 chop-chops just here for you. Yeah. But we're always just giving out chop-chops and stuff like that. Music, flags, signboards, all of that sort of work. If you're only running 2, 3 open homes on a weekend, open them twice. You know, I see all these people and they're like, finish for the day at 11:30. And I'm like, what? You know, just run more and more if you can, if your vendors will allow you. What to do with a buyer after the open home. So here's a 7-day thing that you can do with your buyers. So the first one is a video message before leaving the open home. Thanks, it's Chris here from All Properties Group. Thanks for coming through the home. We'll be in contact as soon as possible. Day 2, call them. Ask them about any open home questions or any other similar listings that they might have seen on that day. Number 3, email them the top 3 restaurants or local cafes in the marketplace where you're working. Number 4, text them a similar home that they just viewed. Okay. Email them the hottest listings in the area. That's on day 5. Send them other people's, because I guarantee no one else is sending them anything anyway. So send them at one of your competitors' homes. Okay, because they're going to remember you if they do buy that home anyway. Day 6, text them a really fun local event that's happening in the area. And then day 7, call and set up an appointment in person or on Zoom and find out, obviously, you've built that relationship over the last 6 days. If they're a potential seller, get in their door, or why not just be their buyer's agent? Why not do both? Does anyone do both? So, you know, you can charge people to find them homes too. Only makes a living out of it. As listing agents, you can also do the same if you really wanted to. So you can offer that service. My offers. So this is how I run all my offers. I don't negotiate with our buyers. So we run every single sale through our online offer platform, which is MarketBuy. Okay. Basically, how that is set up, 2 o'clock on a Saturday, we open it up, we throw all the offers in there, we send them an email, and then that closes at 7 o'clock on a Monday night. So we sell all our homes on Monday at 7 p.m. We launch all our homes on Tuesday, 7 p.m. And basically, the system does all the work for us. So we are still on the phones. Everyone, whenever I talk about this, this is going to replace agents. No, this is just another tool that we have that offers transparency, around the multiple offer situation. We generally, on average, I think, average around 9.3 offers per buyer. Okay, I think the Australian average is 2.3. So when I walk into a listing presentation and say, hey, our buyers on average make about 9 offers. Imagine, John, if I rang you and asked you 9 times to increase, what are you going to do? Punch me in the throat, aren't you? You're going to hate me after the second phone call. But after 9, because the system does it. And we can show the offers, we can disclose the offers, we can hide them, I can turn them on, I can turn them off, I can change the time, I can even rank them where they are in the system as well too. So they know if they're 2nd, 3rd, 4th or 5th best buyer. And our sellers are involved with this the entire time. So they're watching every single offer. We can counter offer. This is how I can do the volume. I just use all the tools that are available out there. I'm going to finish up because, we're meant to be finishing. So Client for life. We're really big on giving gifts and stuff like that. So what we do for our clients, obviously, is we give beautiful gifts, and the Fifth Design is probably going to be my new gifting partner after today. It's just the stuff that they've designed up is beautiful. But we'll always give a buyer and a seller a gift. We like to give experiences at All Properties Group, and this is how we nurture our clients and our lifetime nurturing of our people. So we have this program called the Client for Life. And what we would do every 8 weeks, every 10 weeks, we'll put on a blockbuster movie at our local cinemas. And we will fill 2 or 3 cinemas with 700 of our clients every 8 weeks, every 10 weeks. They bring friends, family, they can bring up to 5, 6 people with them. So we're introducing new people to our brand as well too, and they're sitting there and they're watching whatever the movie is, and they're like, oh, while we're here, this is what our real estate are. And I got a candle when I sold my home, you know what I mean? And I haven't heard from him in the last 4 years either, you know? So this is how we can keep that repeat referral business, because we've got new people coming to the brand, plus we're also really seeing all of our past clients as well too. So we do the cinemas, and it costs bugger all. You're probably thinking it costs a fortune to book out the cinemas. It cost me $3,000. It's crazy. You know what I mean? And we can fill it with 700 people. You know, and you get popcorn, drinks, and all that sort of stuff. And they, you know, like we literally have video and photos in the shopping centre, because we do it at Grand Plaza in Browns Plains, and they're like up the top, and you've just got this sea of like hundreds of people out the doors to the car park. Like, it's just crazy. It's kind of cool. We are one of the major partners of the Brisbane Bullets. That's where I've got to go tonight for their function. I love basketball. So we came on as a partner. This is our 3rd year now with the Brisbane Bullets. And with that, I get 20 courtside tickets to every single game. So again, I use that for networking. I bring clients. They get to come and experience courtside. They get to come and see the players and really experience, because we sit right next to the bench. So it's kind of cool. So we get that all season. And you would have heard, obviously, we sponsor the South Logan Magpies to really get entrenched into that community as well too with them. But they are the Brisbane Broncos feeder club. So with that, we get 42 tickets to every single Broncos game. So tomorrow night against the Cowboys, we'll be there with 40 other clients as well too. And we get to do that. So of all year, I've always got something that's always just going on as well too. So that's just what we like to do. And that's our Client for Life program. So